In the heart of Texas, there's a city called Waco, and in the late 1800s, this town had a problem. That year, they hosted the Texas Centennial Exposition, a massive celebration of the state's history. But they needed a special drink to wow the crowds. Enter Charles Alderton, a pharmacist with a curious mind. He worked at a drugstore owned by Morrison's Old Corner Pharmacy, a place filled with all sorts of elixirs and concoctions. While most pharmacists stuck to prescriptions, Aldrich had a passion for mixing flavors, experimenting with herbs and fruits. And at night, when the store was closed, he created a drink unlike any other. It had a unique blend of 23 flavors, and he named it Dr. Pepper after the two doctors who owned the pharmacy. Little did he know that this simple act would create a legend. Soon, word spread about this amazing new drink. People came from all over to taste it. And when the exposition ended, Dr. Pepper remained a favorite in Waco. Then came the turning point, the moment that changed everything. In 1904, St. Louis hosted the Louisiana Purchase Exposition, better known as the St. Louis World's Fair. It was here that Dr. Pepper got its big break. Morrison sent Aldrich to represent the pharmacy at the fair, and the crowds loved his mysterious drink with its unique blend of flavors and a backstory that hinted at a secret recipe passed down from doctors. Sales boomed, and Dr. Pepper became famous nationwide. Back in Waco, orders poured in, but Aldrich wasn't ready to stop. He traveled around Texas, introducing this remarkable drink to new customers. His sales pitch was simple and effective. He told everyone that Dr. Pepper was a special formula, a secret concoction known only to a few, and people were intrigued. They wanted to be part of something exclusive, so Aldrich franchised the Dr. Pepper brand, sharing the recipe and letting others sell it too. It was a smart move because soon, everywhere you went, you could find a Dr. Pepper. As the years passed, Dr. Pepper became a household name across the United States. Its story was already legendary. What started as an experiment by a curious pharmacist had grown into a powerful brand with millions of loyal fans. But the journey didn't stop there. In the decades that followed, Dr. Pepper continued to evolve, adapt, and expand, always finding new ways to surprise and connect with people. When things seemed tough, Dr. Pepper found opportunities. During the Great Depression, when times were hard, and people needed a little pick-me-up, Dr. Pepper offered a comforting taste of familiarity. Its classic flavor and vintage ads reminding folks of simpler times resonated deeply, creating a bond that went beyond just a soda. Then came the 1960s and 70s, a time of social change and cultural shifts. Dr. Pepper cleverly embraced these changes, positioning itself as a fun, quirky brand that understood the evolving tastes and interests of consumers. Its advertising reflected this shift, moving away from traditional imagery to embrace the spirit of the times. One memorable ad campaign featured people dancing at a drive-in, sipping on Dr. Peppers, and enjoying the freedom and excitement of the era. This approach helped Dr. Pepper stand out in a crowded market and solidified its place in popular culture. Today, Dr. Pepper continues to thrive, adapting to changing times while staying true to its roots. It's a testament to the power of a brand that dared to be different. So the next time you raise a can of Dr. Pepper to your lips, take a moment to appreciate the journey that brought this iconic drink to your taste buds. It's a journey filled with twists and turns, but it's a story worth savoring. Just like the drink itself, because in the world of beverages, where trends come and go, Dr. Pepper has stood the test of time. It's more than just a soda. It's a cultural icon, a symbol of individuality, and a reminder that sometimes the secret to success lies in the blend of a few well-chosen ingredients. Do you remember the last time you heard a truly unique song, saw a movie that defied expectations, or tasted a dish so delicious you couldn't place the flavors? There's a special joy in discovering something new and exciting that stirs up all your senses. Imagine that, but on a much grander scale. That's what happened over 100 years ago, when a pharmacist named Charles Alderton created a mysterious drink that would change the course of history forever. It was a moment that merged science, creativity, and a whole lot of trial and error. And it all started with a simple question: what if? That's the story of how Dr. Pepper was born. Word of the new drink spread across Waco, and soon everyone was talking about Morrison's Old Corner drugstore. Back then, people visited drugstores not just for medicine, but also as a social hub and a place to grab a quick bite or a drink. It was here that Charles Alderton, a skilled pharmacist, spent his late nights experimenting with a unique soda fountain contraption. His goal? To create a flavor sensation that would draw in customers and keep them coming back for more. On that fateful night, he mixed a blend of 23 different flavors, an exact recipe that remains a secret to this day. What resulted was a drink like no other, a mysterious elixir that tantalized the taste buds and left people guessing. The drink had a magical effect. Those who tried it couldn't quite put its complex and refreshing taste into words. It had hints of fruitiness, a touch of sweetness, but also layers of depth that made it truly unforgettable. People found themselves returning to Morrison's again and again, not for medicine, but just for that mysterious soda with the unforgettable taste. Unlike any other drink at the time, it wasn't simply fruity or sweet. It had layers of flavor, complex, refreshing, and exciting. People described it as something they couldn't quite put into words, but once they tried it, they wanted more. That uniqueness was its magic. The challenge, however, was how to move beyond the four walls of Morrison's drugstore. At first, Dr. Pepper was only available at the fountain, poured fresh into a glass. But Alderton and Morrison knew that if this soda was ever going to reach more people, they had to find a way to bottle it. In the late 1800s, bottling technology was still new and unreliable. Drinks often lost their fizz or spoiled during transport. Every bottle had to be sealed by hand, a process both slow and fragile. Despite these hurdles, demand for Dr. Pepper kept climbing, and the small-town invention was ready to take its next big step. To expand production, Morrison partnered with Robert S. Lazenby, a young beverage chemist with experience in bottling. Along with Alderton, the trio formed the Artesian Manufacturing and Bottling Company in Waco in 1885. This was the first real company dedicated to producing Dr. Pepper on a larger scale. Their goal was simple: take the drink beyond Waco and introduce it to the rest of Texas. It was a bold move at the time, but their determination matched the growing excitement around the drink. Even with a company in place, marketing Dr. Pepper to a wider audience wasn't easy. People outside of Waco didn't know what it was or why they should try it. To overcome this, Morrison and Lazenby relied on creativity. They used posters with bright designs, handed out free samples, and encouraged word-of-mouth buzz. Soon, the reputation of this new soda began spreading through Texas. Every sip introduced more people to the 23-flavor blend that was unlike anything else on the market. The big breakthrough came in 1904 when Dr. Pepper was showcased at the St. Louis World's Fair. Millions of visitors from across the United States and around the world came to this massive event, which featured new inventions, foods, and cultural displays. For Dr. Pepper, it was the perfect stage. People who had never heard of the drink before tried it for the first time and were instantly intrigued. Its flavor set it apart from the other sodas on display, and the buzz it generated at the World's Fair transformed Dr. Pepper from a Texas favorite into a brand with national recognition. Over the following years, bottling plants were established in more cities, and Dr. Pepper began appearing on store shelves far from Waco. Its marketing also grew sharper and more memorable. By the 1920s and 1930s, the company launched one of its most famous campaigns: "Drink a bite to eat at 10, 2, and 4. This clever slogan suggested that Dr. Pepper could serve as an energy-boosting pick-me-up during the day, not just a casual refreshment. The campaign was wildly successful, embedding Dr. Pepper into daily American routines, and making it more than just a soda. It was a habit, almost a lifestyle. Before we check out how this drink took over the world, let's enjoy another one of my favorite parts of the story. You know how Dr. Pepper has this really distinctive 23 flavors thing going on? Well, they're not kidding around. If you actually look at the ingredients list, the first ingredient is carbonated water. Okay, fair enough. But then the next several ingredients are all different kinds of flavorings. That's right. Even though we all have our favorite flavors of Dr. Pepper, the exact recipe includes a whopping 23 of them. Now, these aren't all big, overpowering flavors. They're subtle and balanced so that no single flavor dominates. Think of it as a well-orchestrated ensemble rather than a solo act. This secret blend of 23 flavors isn't just a marketing gimmick. It's what sets Dr. Pepper apart, making it impossible to categorize. Is it a cola? Is it a fruity drink? What is it? Well, it's all of the above and none of the above. That S, not unusual to find people who swear by Dr. Pepper or turn their noses up at it. This unique flavor profile is part of what makes Dr. Pepper so intriguing. Just think about it. When was the last time you saw a soft drink brand use the word amaretto in their advertising? But if you've ever wondered about those other flavors that don't make it into the final mix, well, here's a little secret. The unused flavors don't just disappear. No, they go into another product. Can you guess which one? Drum roll, please. It's cherry Dr. Pepper. By using these additional flavors, they add depth and complexity to the cherry-flavored Dr. Pepper. It's almost like having two distinct Dr. Peppers in one. Now, this might sound like a random fact, but it's really a perfect example of how creativity can turn any setback into an opportunity. Alderton didn't just create a new flavor of Dr. Pepper. He created a whole new way to experience it, and that's something worth raising a glass to. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer original or cherry? Or maybe you have a different favorite altogether. 23 flavors, infinite combinations. There's a Dr. Pepper out there for everyone. Now, in the early days, Dr. Pepper was sold exclusively at Morrison's old corner drugstore. But, as its fame grew, people from out of town started showing up, eager to try this unique concoction. However, there was a problem. At the time, there were no official bottling or distribution facilities. So once the limited supply at the drugstore ran out, customers would be left disappointed. Realizing the potential, W.M. Morrison decided to take a leap of faith. In 1891, he partnered up with two businessmen, J.S. Bridwell and Thinky Kaistamewa. Together they formed the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company. This marked a pivotal moment in the drink's history, allowing it to escape the confines of the drugstore and quench the thirst of a wider audience. Their first bottling plant was humble but effective, situated in Taylor, Texas. This small operation allowed them to produce and distribute Dr. Pepper to nearby areas. The exact recipe remained a closely guarded secret, ensuring that each bottle captured the unique flavor that had become so beloved by Waco residents. However, as the years passed, the demand for Dr. Pepper continued to grow. The trio knew they needed a bigger operation. They relocated to a larger facility in Dublin, Texas, better equipped to meet the increasing demand. But even this proved to be only a temporary solution. By 1904, the Dr. Pepper Company was producing over 50,000 bottles every single day. It was clear that if they wanted to keep up with demand, they would need to make a huge move. The year was 1906, and the destination was a bustling city, the gateway to the south, San Antonio. Here they established their biggest plant yet, complete with modern bottling and distribution systems that could send Dr. Pepper all across Texas. But with growth comes growing pains. As Dr. Pepper expanded, internal conflicts arose. In 1915, Morrison sold his share of the business to focus on his real estate ventures. Meanwhile, Estella and Bridwell started butting heads over control of the company. This led to a split and eventually a court battle. It was messy and public, damaging the brand and stalling expansion. Despite the legal battles, Dr. Pepper continued to gain popularity. World War II boosted sales as soldiers in the military service drank it. After the war, people celebrated with it, but it was clear the company needed fresh leadership. Enter the new owners, the J.S. Bridwell Company. Under their guidance, Dr. Pepper was incorporated and became available to purchase on the stock market. For many, this opened the door for investment and ownership in this exciting beverage company. This move also marked a shift towards standardization, something that helped the company expand while still holding true to its unique recipe. It may seem like just a sip in the grand scheme of things, but that sip changed the course of Dr. Pepper history, laying the groundwork for its future success. Well, there you have it. From a single drugstore to a household name, the journey of Dr. Pepper is a tale of passion, hard work, and a good old-fashioned American dream. And I want to thank you for being a part of this story today. If you've enjoyed learning about Dr. Pepper's origins, show your support. I've got lots more stories to share and I can't wait to bring them to you. Cheers to the next chapter.